I just want to make a certificate presentation to the chief. Several years back, we started doing certificates at promotion time. And, we thought it was a fitting tribute for her as the new chief to also be presented with a certificate, right? Because she was an assistant chief in Houston, but now she is the chief of police of Waco, Texas. The Waco Police Department hereby acknowledges that Sheryl Victorian has been confirmed as Chief of Police in the city of Waco, having distinguished herself as an outstanding leader with a commitment to serve and protect the citizens of Waco. And this is signed by our city manager, Bradley Ford. Congratulations. Chief, the podium's yours. Woo!
Let me start by saying all praises and glory to God. There is absolutely no way I would be standing right here if it was not for God's grace and if it was not His will. I just want you guys to know that throughout this whole process, from the day I submitted my application, I prayed, God, if this is your will, I only want it. If it's not your will, I do not want it. And it has been absolutely amazing from the time I hit send. I just want you guys to know. So, thank you very much. So those of you guys that know me know that I'm a big Wizard of Oz fan, right? And so one of my favorite quotes from the Wizard of Oz is, the wizard, when he tells the Tin Man, a heart is not judged by how much you love, by how much you are loved by others. And I just cannot say thank you enough for the overwhelming love and support that is in this room today. Thank you. I want you to know I started off telling Chief Ginch and our city manager that I'd have 50. I have about 50 people coming from Houston. Then I started hearing, everybody else, I want to come, I want to be there. I was like, okay, let's change that to 65. Let's change that to 65. And then the numbers kept coming in. I said, let's go to 100. And I ended up over 100. And I thank you guys so much for seeing how much this really means to me and for accommodating us. This is absolutely amazing. So thank you very much. Let me start by thanking the City of Waco leadership, Mayor Dylan Meek and Waco City Council, City Manager Ford, and our team of city managers, including our former Waco Police Chief and my new boss, Ryan Hope, and all of our city directors that took time out of your schedule to be here on today. I can't forget our community stakeholders and our panelists that took the time to participate in this process. It was a grueling process, and I understand that you guys helped create the characteristics that you were looking for in a chief, and it was so awesome just to hear some of you come up to me today and tell me how much you thought this position belonged to me, and I thank you that it is mine. So thank you very much for your participation in the process. And I also want to thank all our visiting dignitaries, my family, of course, my colleagues and friends who are also my family, and our media partners who are sharing this moment with us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I am especially proud to have my former bosses present. Y'all know a lot, I don't know if y'all watch the news, but there's a lot of stuff going on in Houston. Starting Monday, Chief, I'm going to have to tell you that my phone started blowing up Sunday night at about 10:02 after you sent the email at 9:58 that, that you were heading to Miami. And so I had to remind you, I was like, hey, y'all know tomorrow's my first day. I love Chief Acevedo. I didn't go to bed till midnight. But I still had an exciting first day. So I know as the week went on, I was very anxious to figure out who Houston's next chief was. And yesterday, I am just proud to say that as Chief Acevedo moves to Miami, Chief Troy Fenner, my former boss, has now been identified as the next chief of police for the city of Houston. And I haven't read this, But his counterpart, Executive Assistant Chief Slinkard, is now being promoted to Deputy Chief of the City of Houston. So let me tell you what this means for my friends in Houston with all this movement. I'm extremely excited for promotional opportunities for others in Houston to step into executive roles. So if we didn't get out the way, I had people telling me before I left, we don't want you to leave. I was like, if I don't get out the way, you're not going to have a chance to move up. So it looks like a lot of people done got out of the way, so it's a lot of y'all that's going to be stepping up. So I am extremely excited about that. All of my HPD colleagues, I have retired colleagues here, and as well as everybody here in uniform. Thank you guys so much for being here. To my family and friends who traveled, texted, called, and celebrated with me since I received that awesome call on January 29th while I was sitting in my car from our city manager. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the most amazing siblings. My middle sister with the polka dots on said that when you see tears come out of her eyes to just tell you guys that her allergies were acting up. But I have the most amazing siblings ever, and all of my family and friends know that. They have been here to support me. They're my best friends, my cheerleaders, my fan club, my support team, I've had to think of a word, jack of all trades. My brother came, he's working all weekend on the house. I mean, they are absolutely amazing, and I love the love and support. I was at training, and they were packing for me, and I have girlfriends over here who were also packing for me at my house while I was at training, just so I can make this transition to Waco. Love you guys. Thank you so much. So there's not one of my supervisors, colleagues, friends, or family members who have not impacted my life in one way or the other. This appointment is a tribute to all of us. And so thank you for everyone who has ever offered words of encouragement or advice, and your support to my truth tellers, because how many of you know you need somebody around you that's going to tell you the truth? My truth tellers and those that buy into my vision of having a positive impact on the field of policing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There are so many in this room that I know are preparing for roles such as this, and I hope that this experience catapults you on your journey, ladies and gentlemen. The city of Waco, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for embracing me and making me a part of your family. I just want the city of Houston to know that I am in great hands since day one. I have been treated like absolute royalty, and I am just exceptionally comfortable, so don't y'all worry. Don't you worry. I cannot and I will not forget to thank my new Waco PD team. I am surrounded by some extremely talented officers and supervisors, and I'm excited for the opportunity to be your leader. I had the opportunity to meet and greet with them on Wednesday. So they set up a meet and greet between 2 and 3 o'clock, and I thought I was going to walk in a room, about 20, 30 people. I walked in, and there were probably 100 people in that room. And it was absolutely wonderful. They stuck around, and we had hand sanitizer in our masks. And it shook my hand, and I got to, learn their names, even though it's going to take a couple of times, but it was an absolutely amazing experience. They were so welcoming, and I'm just excited to be your new police chief. So thanks, everyone, again, for sharing in this special moment with me, and I look forward to each and every one of you and our community partners who are watching to join in with the Waco PD and our push to become the model city for public safety and police community partnerships in building trust and legitimacy in policing. And as I ended my email with our team on Monday, I look forward to seeing all of you guys in the game and not watching from the sidelines, because it's not an option. All right, thank you.